time to learn about and being anti-racist is not while you're serving on the Board of Education.
Tonight at 9, it may be too late for apologies from one San Francisco school board member. There is a growing number of education and community leaders now calling on her to resign. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being with us tonight on Crown 4 News at 9. I'm Grant Lotus.
And I'm Ella Sigamonian in tonight for Vicki Liviakis. More San Francisco supervisors are joining in on that call for school board member Ann Hsu to step down after she made comments about black and brown students that many have called racist. Crown 4's Amanda Harry spoke with the president of the Board of Supervisors and joins us from the newsroom now. Amanda, what did they tell you?
Good evening. Supervisor Shaman Walton was the first supervisor to call for Ann Hsu's resignation from the Board of Education. He says he was on the Board of Education himself, and he felt strongly that he had to do something.
You don't believe in their family dynamic. You don't think that their families are pushing them to be successful. You should not be in that role.
That was San Francisco Supervisor Shaman Walton's reaction after seeing comments made by Board of Education member Ann Hsu in a questionnaire from a parent organization called SF Parent Action. Hsu's response included that black and brown students do not perform as well as others due to a, quote, lack of family support, unstable family environments, and lack of parental encouragement to focus on or value learning.
I definitely think she should resign.
Before Walton was elected supervisor, he was on the Board of Education himself.
Someone who has served on the Board of Education and knowing and understanding that you have to be concerned about all families and all children, and at the very least, have love for all of our children.
He also says growing up, he had experienced comments like Hsu's.
Yes, unfortunate growing up as a young black man and going through PK through 12 system here in California. I've definitely heard some disheartening comments from adults, and that's unfortunate.
Hsu has since apologized and said, quote, I am committed to listening, learning, and growing as a person. But Walton says it's too late for that.
The time to learn cultural sensitivity, the time to learn about and being anti-racist is not while you're serving on the Board of Education.
Other supervisors have also asked for Hsu to resign, including Dean Preston, Connie Chan, Asha Safai, and Hillary Ronan. Walton finds that encouraging.
I'm happy that everyone can see that her comments were out of line, they were racist, they were stereotypical, and they just have no place coming out of the mouth of someone who serves as a member of the Board of Education.
Hsu was appointed by Mayor London Breed to the Board of Education after 3 members were recalled. Walton says that may not have allowed the public time to properly vet her.
There's something about having to run for office and having to get in front of community-based organizations, having to get in front of all types of parent groups, having to get in front of your constituency, going to debates and having conversations about real issues.
Sunday night, the San Francisco chapter of the NAACP also voted to call for her resignation. In the newsroom, Amanda Harry, Crown 4 News.